Chairman Roberts, Ranking Member Stabenow, and members of the committee, thank you for holding this important hearing and for your work in passing in a bipartisan fashion the 2018 Farm Bill. The bill contains essential safety net programs, improvements to conservation title, and funding for animal vaccine bank, and a needed shot in the arm for agriculture. U.S. ranchers are committed to producing a high-quality, healthy product that meets and exceeds environmental standards, along with ensuring both working lands and open spaces for public recreation and enjoyment. When ranch families are successful, everyone benefits. That being noted, U.S. ranchers are facing unprecedented challenges to their livelihood. Markets are unnecessarily distorted, irregularities influence the daily cattle market, resulting in a lack of competition and true price discovery. We can address these challenges in 3 areas. The first being trade. Exports are critical, and we are pleased to see progress on an FTA with Japan. When it comes to China, instead of timeliness and certainty, we deal with tariffs and trade embargoes. The China trade talks need a definitive timeline. Our domestic meat counter reflects the reality of a global trade. Congress can and should implement a truth in labeling program for meat. Confusion at the meat counter undercuts both the U.S. producer and the consumer. Second, transportation. This Congress has worked in a bipartisan manner to modernize hours of service rules. Let's continue this effort and finalize a livestock transportation solution. Third, marketplace governance. Everyone is well aware of the recent packing plant fire. This incident shined a spotlight on a marketplace void of fundamentals and functionality. While the Packer and Stockyards investigation takes place, we offer the following additional points for consideration. Create a CME cattle working group for improving the operations linked to the CME cattle contract. Link the CME live cattle contract to the USDA weekly choice spread quality percentages. Give the long the right to deliver in the CME cattle contract. The CME should utilize real-time information and data for calculating the feeder index. And finally, the CME should install a time delay speed bump to level the playing field for all traders. This committee is tackling the reauthorization of mandatory price reporting. We need a new division for non-native live cattle in mandatory price reporting, which would instantly bring the needed price discovery to live cattle trading. Non-native feeder cattle imported in the United States today are reported as domestic, not as imported. Notably, these cattle do not meet the CME contract specifications for live cattle delivery and for calculating the feeder index. But most egregiously, Mr. Chairman, these cattle can negatively influence the live cattle trade, the cash trade, the base price for formula cattle, and the futures market. This glaring loophole can be fixed by this committee in a bipartisan fashion to create a competitive playing field for producers. And finally, undue preferences and business justification provisions are often tossed around as a regulatory burden, when in actuality there is a clear need to clarify the Packers and Stockyards Act definitions. If these key obstacles and loopholes are not addressed, the U.S. domestic cattle production in rural communities as we know them will collapse and go the way of other livestock sectors, becoming corporate contract growers. In conclusion, thank you for your time and leadership. We ask the bipartisan committee for bold and immediate action. The U.S. Cattlemen's Association and its membership is ready to advance solutions. I look forward to your questions.
Right on time, Shane.
Thank you.